Welcome to Word in Season. Let's talk about what I call divine recipe for abundance and overflowing sufficiency. One more time, let's go to the book of Proverbs chapter 3, verse 9 and verse 10. This is what it says. As simple as ABC, but very profound. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the first fruit of all your income. Then your barns will be overflowing and your vat will overflow with new wine. Let me read to you. That's Bible Amplified. Let's read from New King James Version. It says this. Honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruit of all your increase. So your barns will be filled with plenty and your vat will overflow with new wine. You see, these people are agrarian. They work on the farm. And God said, you know what? Honor me with your possessions, with your wealth. And then with the first fruit of all your increase. You know, they go to the farm. And when you go to the farm, you plant things. What will come out first? They'll take it to God to honor him. And then they also take out of what they have and honor God. God said this, if you do this, say, your barns will be filled with plenty and your vat overflow with new wine. From this recipe, God has assumed that you're going to be working. Because you see, if you don't work, you can't have a barn to pack things. And if you're a farmer then, you're going to have a farm to reap the harvest and pack it somewhere. So this is not a lazy man's way to wealth. You know, it says, honor the Lord with your possessions. So if you don't have something to start with, you can't get anywhere with God. And with the first fruit, that means you have to labor, you have to work. But then out of that work, God said, honor me. And how do you honor him? You take not only with your mouth, but with your substance, what you have, you bring it to God. And also what you reap from your harvest, your increase. Then he said, when you do this, then your barns will be filled with plenty. And your vat, you see, they have this thing, but they used to come and produce wine from vine. And then that's the vat, then overflow with new wine. And then your barns, where you pack your grains, be filled with plenty. God is promising them bumper harvest when they honor him. So whatever you do in life that is a good occupation, God is saying, out of that, honor me. When you have increase, honor me. When you have substance, honor me. When you do that, God is telling you, don't just honor me with your lips alone, with your mouth, but honor me. Just like Cain and Abel, you know, they both brought their stuff to God, but Cain didn't honor God. Abel did. He brought the best to God, the fat to God. And then God respected Abel and his offering. God loves a cheerful giver whose heart is in his giving. And God has to respond to that. He just won't take it and walk away. God is the highest, greatest giver. So when you do that to God, you honor him with your substance and you take your increase and give it to him first. He said, your barns will be filled. That's abundance, filled with plenty. That means you're going to have an unusual harvest that is going to more than what you can do by yourself. And then say your vat will overflow. So I love that word, plenty and overflow. I want to experience that in life. I don't know about you. Just having small and less won't take us anywhere in today's world. You have to have enough, more than enough for yourself and for others. And I want plenty and I want overflow. I've done this over the years. From my very small substance, I take and say, God, I want to honor you with this. And when I have any increase, it's delightful to just take from that increase and honor God with it. And then God does this usually. See that in my own life. We bring plenty and overflow. And sometimes what I think will not be enough, more than enough, take care of all of us. And I've been a witness of this over the years that when you honor God with your substance and with your increase, God always turns back to see that you never lack. And I want to live my life like that. And I want you to live your life in the way of seeing God in your material area of life. What about you seeing God in this area, it can be very interesting and very, very encouraging that it's not only your effort that is making your life to be filled, but God is getting involved with your effort and is bringing plenty and overflow into your life. Today, I challenge you to honor God. I'm not asking you to honor me. I'm asking you to honor God with your substance and with the first fruit of all your increase. Then your barns will be really filled with plenty and you will overflow in your vats. Thank you for listening.